Hello, and thank you for joining me for another stream, another installment of Fallout 4, The Collector, where we try to scavenge every retro collectible in the Commonwealth. If this is your first introduction to the series, you can find all of the streams and any videos we make pinned in the linked comment, the first comment under this video on YouTube. Good to have you all on Twitch, on YouTube, watching the VOD, however you're finding this stream. Maiko, congrats on grabbing the first redeem today, and hello to you, and hello to Kitty. Hope you're both doing well. We are trying to up the pace of how quickly we gather our collectibles, and we're working our way to the last couple corners of the map. So I'm not sure that we are going to wrap up today, but I do think we're making really good progress, and I'm looking forward to being able to put that on video. AJ, hello on YouTube. Good to have you. One thing you will see when we switch over to the live scene, if you're on the full horizontal format, I have reduced the size of my camera a little bit. I've just realized when I'm editing and everything like that, it's really big. It takes up a lot of game screen. So we're just going to check it out like this and see if I like the result better. And now we just wait on Fallout, or rather Mod Organizer, to load. I've been editing this. I've been pretty good about editing it as I go. I'm almost caught up to the current stream as far as edits. But then, of course, I'm going to have to take a couple of days for all the little embellishments and stuff that I want to do. Hello, welcome in, Cecilia. I don't know what it was that you said that Nightbot had a problem with, but it can be overly sensitive sometimes. Yeah, it could have just been nothing, or it could have been just a couple repeated emotes or something. I've really got to work on Nightbot and figure out why it's so sensitive. Okay, so last time we left off here on Spectacle Island, which means actually we're going to have to swim back. Currently we are hungry and thirsty. We've only got 2 purified water, and that's not enough. I should have had some noodle cups. Properly fed and hydrated. Suppose it's better for it to be overly sensitive than allow a bunch of spam to get in. Yeah, I would like it to be a little less picky, though. But considering there's worse things than spam on the internet, I am, we do want to err on the side of caution. All the rads again. I think I want to see if there's a cooking station up here. Or, you know what? Let's head back. There should be one at Warwick Homestead we can use, I believe. So I will be a little thirsty for a moment as I take a Radex, but there are a couple places we can stop along the way. Oh, you know what? I wanted to also audio turn off the radio, because I did get DMCA'd on my last stream. Probably turn the music down a little. I love the music, but it'll be a little cleaner to edit if the music is quieter. Look away for 2 seconds and we're swimming at the speed of sound. I know Kindly Kian. I don't believe that doesn't ring a bell. All right, let's see if Warwick Homestead will let us cook anywhere. A little bit of purified water. It's better than nothing. And I've got the map pulled up. We're going to start heading towards the center south of the map. And then make our way sort of to the glowing sea. I think also as far as hitting a quick checkpoint, let's go up here on the Northern Star and just hit the bed real quick. Oh, that's weird. The boat reset itself, so the only way is to go back up. Probably still worth it. Interesting how much magazines have buffed up your character, especially in the stealth and speed departments. Yes. No, Cecilia, I can't say I know that one either. Oh, okay, well, I tried the parkour again, and this time I failed. Okay, there we go. No! Didn't expect you to be up there. Gave me a startle. Oh, I guess they take it over. Why am I getting legendary slow time? What did that come from? That doesn't make sense. Oh, okay, we're gonna we're gonna sleep for more than an hour. Be a magazine effect. Maybe there are a lot of effects to memorize. Now, ideally, it might be good to go and get to a doctor. I don't think we're gonna have any on this path. I don't think the Atom Cats have a doctor, but we can check. What in the heck is this game? This is Fallout 4. Yes, lots of mutated and scientifically altered creatures. You know, I suppose I don't really need a doctor if I get a bed. Hey, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying. Good to have you. Making sure I can see my other screens here. Never necessary, of course, but much appreciated. Yeah, so we're gonna check. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I could do a Radaway here at Quincy. Hey, what's up, Space Monkey? Raiders, how you doing? Hello, hello, Twitch friends. If you don't know Space Monkey is a chill variety streamer and a bit of a computer wizard. And just a chill place to have a good time, be accepted for who you are, experience some games through a first-time lens. Welcome in, everybody. If you don't know me, I'm sure most of you do, but I'm Ad Noctum. I am a streamer on Twitch and YouTube, and I make YouTube videos as well on the games that we stream. Today, I am playing Fallout 4. We are doing The Collector, where we play as a scavenger and try to collect every magazine, bobblehead, and collectible in the Commonwealth. Space Monkey, if you want to talk about your stream, feel free to. Looks like you're on some Resident Evil 4 remake, I believe. I know you've been playing through the Resident Evil series, one of my favorites. So if you're a Resident Evil fan, definitely check out Space Monkey over there. Hello, lots of people came in. I know I saw Katri, Todd, Borealis, Rainstorm, Fun Dragon, but if I missed you, feel free to say hi again. Great to have you. And also, Space Monkey, if you, well, let's see, it might be your weekend, so feel free to hang out. But if you have anywhere to go, don't worry about hanging out here, answering questions, anything like that. Remake, yes, just beat the RE4 Separate Ways DLC. Absolutely loved the game. I loved the game, and Separate Ways was an awesome DLC. I'm excited to see where you're gonna go next with it. Cecilia, random question, do I have a Discord? Yes. If you go to the description of my video, my Discord should be linked. If not, you can find it in the pinned comment on any of my YouTube videos or VODs. Really was planning to skip 5 and 6 for now and go straight to 7, 8, and 9. You're in for a good time, you are. Long weekend. Fun Dragon, always good to see you, and you as well, Borealis. So right now, we are pretty irradiated, and I'm trying to sneak back into Quincy to make use of a bed so that we can take a Radaway. Radaway comes with pretty significant debuffs. Did I see somebody moving just now? No. Nice long weekend here as well. Glad to hear it. Hope everybody is enjoying, whether you celebrate or you're just taking the time for your own activities and recharging. Okay, so we're going to want to go ahead and take a Radaway. Maybe 2. I am famished. So you know what's really good when you're famished is a Deathclaw steak. Deathclaw steak should take you up from famished now to well-fed. And let's go ahead and... we haven't eaten... let's eat some mutt chops. You could go for a Deathclaw steak. Order you one in. It's a weekend. It's a special time. Treat yourself. Now, because we are so overtired, we're going to sleep about 12 hours, and we're going to start our journey at about 5 in the morning. Get some A1 or HP sauce on that steak. What is HP sauce? I know A1. Now, thirsty. I don't have all that many purified water. I've only got 3. So we're going to have to look for more bottles and such. It's kind of like A1 sauce, to be honest. Gotcha. For anybody familiar with Fallout 4, you may be saying, hey, I don't recognize any of these guns. I am playing pretty extensively with gun mods, and I have mods to make my UI more immersive. But other than that, it's a pretty normal playthrough. We got stuck on the wall there, so I had to kind of TCL my way out. HP is a hickory sauce. It's popular in Britain and Canada. Gotcha. Yeah, I have a maybe surprising amount of Canadian viewers. But you know what? You're all appreciated. You were just in this area yesterday. I was kind of thinking I would see a bar or something with some bottles. We have Tessa around the corner. New idea for a science build with a character named Tessa Racked. Cecilia, you have a good one. We will catch you again. What's giving me legendary slow time? This gun doesn't have it. The final breath does. It's like this gun has inherited the legendary effect from the final breath. Serenity is a heck of a hand cannon. It is, in the purest sense, being a 44 Magnum. I don't know why I'm getting legendary slow time on it all of a sudden. Let me try something. Now, Final Breath is not getting legendary slow time. How I transferred my legendary effect to another gun somehow? Wait, there we go. Is it part of Gunslinger perk? I don't think so. Yeah, just a glitch, I guess, which means business as usual. Not working as intended, working as expected. Okay, there's gotta be ghouls around here. This is too much radiation for there not to be ghouls. All right, let's look at our map. There's a Grognak the Barbarian in Hyde Park, which is kind of like here. Not quite there. Just a vertibird casually exploding on the ground. Oh, they love to do that. It's like their favorite activity. What am I looking at? Oh, it's a Brahmin. Oh, that's not, though. That was awesome. I do love that gun. Vertibirds in 3 in New Vegas, you need special weapons to take down vertibirds in Fallout 4. Did we just hit a fly? We're going down. Would this be Hyde Park? Maybe there's a magazine that gives you slow-mo when you reload. It's possible. I don't recall seeing that description, but it could be. Maybe that's Hyde Park. That kind of looks like Murkwater. I don't visit this part of the map as much.
The only way you get old in this job is soon everyone's out.
Suffolk County Charter School. Hindsight was definitely worth it. Often is. All right, where am I? Am I looking at the right place here? No, I need to be looking more like here. Is it out here that there's the dude making moonshine that blows up? Bobrov's Best? I think that's in this... I think that's more to the west of here. But it's roughly this area. Why are the feral ghouls all pink out here? Oh, wait. Is that the building that has the pink slime? I bet that's the building with the pink slime, and that's why. You don't use automatic weapons in this much yourself? Yeah, I don't either because of ammo savings. Hey, Zarchin, great to see you. I hope you're well. Now, usually there's Brotherhood fighting raiders in this building here. Maybe super mutants also. Wow, this is a great situation to step into. Wow. Got their head blown smooth off. Ada, welcome in. How you doing? I feel myself being a little behind in catching every message that comes by, so my apologies if I miss you. Nothing in this APC. I think this is where the magazine is. I might peckish. 'Cause, 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 'c Goats, what is this a reference to? Good to see you. Gonna be locked in for combat? Yeah, unless I'm not. That also makes good content when I'm not. The cheese shop sketch in Monty Python. Okay, I've seen some of them, but I don't know that one. Keep in mind, we're looking for screws also, so that I can put a silencer on my 5.56. Ooh, a purified water. I will. You dead? You look dead. What is this? Suppressed heavy single shotgun. Sunny Dodd, welcome in. Good to see you. I was thinking about you, Sunny Dot. We're gonna play, I don't know when, but I want to play through the Fallout Chicago demo after I wrap up this playthrough. Fallout Chicago, yeah, it's a new mod for New Vegas. Desk fan will have screws. And yeah, going pretty well.
Got it.
No reason to risk the progress if I can get a save real quick. Ah, here we go. Grognak the Barbarian. The lair of the Virgin Eater. Hope it has Tommy guns and a mobster perk that increases your damage with those the same way New Vegas has the cowboy perk. That would be cool. Keep an eye out for your, the start of that playthrough on Discord. I love to watch you try Fallout Chicago. You can be a gangster if you want. Okay. Sounds fun. I think, I don't know how many hours of content it is, but I will most likely be making a video out of the playthrough as well, if you don't happen to catch the streams. Do I have a favorite weapon from the mods, favorite to use, or favorite aesthetics? This 44 auto revolver is super cool. It's probably one of my favorites. That's the one that is Serenity. I mean, man, just the style on this thing, and it's satisfying, and it rewards like skilled play because it still only has 6 shots in the magazine. The 12.7 is super cool. Of course, I love the anti-power armor rifle. I mean, this thing is so ridiculous it barely fits on the screen. That's the gun the captain used in Firefly. Oh, is it really? I figured Serenity was a Firefly reference. I didn't know it was the gun. And then honestly, the 22 caliber guns and the single shotgun, they're kind of outclassed at this point in the run, but they were super cool scavenger guns. I think Fallout 4, I'm going to make some shorts about this, but I think Fallout 4 should have had 22 caliber guns, and it should have had a single barrel shotgun and a pump action shotgun. I think base game was a little light on weapon variety when there are super cool things they could have done. I just need one more screw to get a suppressor on here. You know what? I bet if I pick up some weapons... I can scrap them and get screws. Got a 22 pistol, bayoneted 22 carbine. Okay, so good chance to show while you're asking about my favorites from the gun mods. This is a Ruger 1022, which is like ubiquitous. Anywhere that allows rimfire semi-autos, like these are all over the place. They're the first rifle that a lot of people learn to shoot on. So just in a breakdown of society sort of thing, they fit in super well. And then the 22 LR pistol, same thing, especially with the mod that puts the silencer on this one. This is just classic, everything from like civilian target shooting to like Cold War era espionage pistol. So again, I think it fits Fallout very, very well. So I've said this before, but I don't like the gun mods that are super operator, Call of Duty, you know, tactical attachments all over the place. I like ones that fit in a certain kind of niche for Fallout. Can't believe there's no pump action in base Fallout 4. The pump action in New Vegas is your favorite to use. Exactly. So we're going to scrap that. Scrap that. Scrap that. Had a friend that said in the zombie apocalypse he'd use a 22 because the ammo is everywhere and you needed a new one, it would be easy to find. Well, and you can carry like 500 of them. Like they're sold in the store in a box like that big that holds 500. You can't do that with shotgun shells or 308 or something, you know, they're just way too heavy. All right, so we got a suppressor on here. I suppose I need science to take any of this stuff. I don't think I really want those, though. Let's look at hindsight. Was there something more I could do? With more screws, I could make it advanced or calibrated powerful. Probably go for advanced, but there is something to be said for better crit damage. Just making sure I'm scrapping the right things. Yeah, so now we're going to go to hindsight. We're going to make this one advanced. And let's see, it's got a light barrel, calibrated scope. It's got everything else I want on it. Best part of Fallout 4, indeed. 600 damage. Yeah, I think it's over 700 now in this state. Welcome in, Paul. How you doing? Also, I somehow managed to do, like, an inspect animation. And I don't know how. I don't know if that's something that you just don't touch it and it does automatically, but I was in Dunwich Borers spamming R to fill my bottles, and all of a sudden the revolver did a really cool, like, inspect animation. But I don't know, like, I was never able to do it again. Grandfather taught you how to shoot by targeting turtles in the pond with a 22 Winchester rifle. I hope you ate them, turtles. But, you know, a lot of people did learn to shoot on a 22. It's very common. And what of these semi-improvised melee weapons? There's some ones I'm going to look into for a future playthrough. I actually don't need to be here anymore. We can leave. So, next spot on the map. There is one in the charter school. I could have grabbed that while I was there. Let's go see about that. I believe that is the charter school. Speaking of iguana on a stick, you've tried iguana before. Here in Florida, they're considered invasive, so there are people that harvest and eat them. I mean, they're not just, like, considered invasive. They are invasive. They take over local populations and outcompete things and eat local lizards and stuff. Okay, this is dirty water. I mean, it's something. Just started a melee unarmed build in New Vegas, and it's surprisingly fun. It can be, for sure. Went on an iguana hunt with some friends in Florida. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Not about you specifically, but just that that's a thing that happens. Hey, Borealis, get some good rest. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, so we're looking for a magazine. Take some bottles. Such a fun spot in the game. Bethesda does a good job with these small location stories, but then they fumble the main story. It's a shame. I believe it must be a different team or a different design philosophy or something, because I agree. Honestly, I feel like I'm almost as high level as I care to be, because our damage output is not really going to increase from here, but the enemies are just going to get tougher and tougher. Oral has a likeness of 1. The Stories has a likeness of 1.
That's it.
All right, let's see what's behind this door. Nothing I wanted, I suppose. Oh, this just goes to an elevator? Well, where's the elevator go? We'd be fools not to ride this strange torpedo to its very end. Hey, iguana on a stick. Strange torpedo, never heard an elevator referred to like that. It's a line from Fear and Loathing. I want to say the main character, the journalist character, the Hunter S. Thompson character gets invited to cover the Barstow 500 motorcycle race, and that's the line he uses to kick off the crazy adventure of the story. Many shenanigans.
Sweet.
Elevators are pretty insane when you think about it. Yeah, lots of things are. See, my problem is I think about things too much, which makes it really hard for me to do things like, you know, fly. Because what I'm not thinking about are the statistics of how safe it is. What I am thinking about is what a miracle of engineering it takes to sustain the activity that I'm currently doing. And how many things could potentially go wrong to bring that to a sudden end. Oh, okay. Probably getting low on 44 ammo. If I had to guess. Boom! Unstoppables. Trapped in the dimension of the pterodactyls. Permanently gain plus 1% chance of avoiding all damage from an attack. Night Vision Advanced Assault Rifle. Got 300 5.56 rounds. I should be using those. A lot of things we are casual about, like microwaves. Exactly. Or I went on this rant about internet when my internet was not working well. It's like, it is supremely frustrating when internet does not work well. But if you ever think about how many just like magical seeming advancements we have to do to make the internet happen every single day, it puts things in perspective. I'm out here popping ghouls like somebody else is paying for my ammo. Okay, where's next on the list? We never did get a bed. Which would make going for Gunner Plaza next seem a little scary. Let's go up here to Shaw High School. We'll just kind of serpentine our way across this part of the continent. Meant to check how I'm doing on 44 ammo. I have 44. Oh, that's a behemoth. Oh, no worries, AJ. I hadn't noticed. I tend to have my chat set up where I see things coming in pretty immediately. So I guess that amount of delay just didn't really register. Can't catch a break with these spawns, right? Well, maybe we'll catch a break with some loot. Wow, 44 Magnum rounds and 20 millimeter rounds. And another anti-power armor rifle. Okay, that splashing just scared the crap out of me. It's, apparently the dead behemoth is doing, pelvic thrusts into the water and making undulations. So we're wanting to head north. In fact, I believe that is Gunner Plaza there. That's going to be an interesting target to take on. Apparently the assault rifle was supposed to be for power armor only, and they were going to do a smaller one for outside power armor, but they didn't want players to have to commit to using one or the other. Yeah, and you know, that's kind of a problem for me, is that they don't, it just speaks to a lack of commitment and build specialization and consequences. I did hear that the assault rifle was actually named like LMG or something, like light machine gun. I think having power armor only weapons that are too small for power armor, oh, and weapons that are too small for power armor would have been cool. Yes. So I do have a playthrough coming up where the weapons are not necessarily only for use in power armor, but I'm modding them in specifically to be power armor weapons, if that makes sense. Like, that's going to be the whole playthrough, is becoming a heavy trooper, basically, and using power armor and using heavy weapons. Okay, Shaw High School. Okay, looks like this is gonna be mutants. Haven't done a build like that, but always felt it would be fun to just be a walking tank. Yes, exactly. Kinda hoping the magazine would be in here. All right, we look elsewhere. Level 42, what do we got? New rank of gunslinger. we are probably going to play through this next ad break. Do appreciate you understanding. That is an ad break for Twitch. Be lurking for a bit, making dinner. Have a good dinner. Enjoyed tacos. I don't think I have the sloth yet. Don't remember why, but I know I've been killed in this room before. Stoner Fuzz, good to see you. Nice, another unstoppables. Dr. Brainwash and his army of D-capitalists. Ooh, 44 Magnum rounds. Recon 38 combat sniper rifle. Or 308, not 38. Wow, look at the damage Serenity is doing now. I must have high adrenaline right now. What's hindsight doing? 921. Probably a mutant hound, but why does it sound like a death claw? Don't recall that there was a bed anywhere in here, which is a shame. All right, before we step out here, our next sort of stop is down here. There's a couple of things down by Fallon's department store. Gonna try traveling to the north a little first. Ooh, I do know where there's a bed by the northern location. So if I can get up there, there's a bed at the military checkpoint. Just realized there could be multiple lunchbox designs and you hadn't noticed. If so, I hadn't thought about that. I played the OG Fallouts. I haven't yet been wanting to do a playthrough with your GF, which would be blind for her. I have played a fair bit of 2. I have played less of 1. But I have not beaten either. Steps outside immediately a war zone. If that isn't how it goes... All right, so we're heading towards this. Today you learned some of them have stickers on them. Very cool. Oh God, keep that vertebrate away from me. That'll be Big John's Salvage there. That'll be another place we stop today. Explosion so bright it turned into day outside. A lot of them have kids' names on them too. Interesting. And you know what? I think I have seen the names with like little magnets or something.
Echo Charlie Niner are in effect. If you are in distress, please proceed to the South Boston Military Checkpoint Parade. Coordinates are available in your emergency handbook. This checkpoint has been designated as a safe house in case of enemy invasion, and is currently stocked with additional food, water, and ammunition.
Good thing the Brotherhood seems to have an endless supply of vertibirds, isn't it?
Citizens, including non-military family members, will be turned away from matters of national safety. This message will repeat.
Got it.
This is an emergency message to all Commonwealth Army soldiers. Emergency Protocol 17 Echo Charlie Niner are in effect. If you are in distress, please proceed to the South Boston Military Checkpoint Parade. Coordinates are available in your emergency handbook. This checkpoint has been designated as a safe house in case of enemy invasion, and is currently stocked with additional food, water, and ammunition.
I think I whiffed it. Brotherhood or Raider? But where's my XP for that one?
The heck? What was that?
Just me. And a grenade. Notice you have a knack for challenging games. Any specific reason for that? I just like to feel, you know, a little pushback from my games. And I think it gives me more room to be a little creative. I tend to like challenging games that are open to being approached in different ways. But I mean, I like having to manage resources and be kind of tactical, and, you know, that's what makes a sandbox or open world game rewarding for me. If it's a more story-based game, I don't necessarily always play it on a high difficulty because I'm just trying to get the vibe and enjoy the story and everything. I'll tell you one thing, I don't tend to play like Elden Ring or Souls games on streams anymore because I get a little salty and then I get a little negative, and I don't like being that way on stream. So, you know, it's kind of specific types of challenging that I enjoy. Shielded light hunting shotgun. Pretty cool.
Yes.
I love your approach to telling unique stories in open world games. Thank you. Yeah, so I think having a little bit of difficulty kind of acts as a foil for storytelling in that way.
That's it.
So, you know, if you have some challenge and events kind of play out naturally, it lends a little more of an air of, like, natural struggle and triumph, I think, to a story. So that just tends to work for me in what I'm trying to portray with the games that I play. Do I play any RPGs like D&D? Feel like you'd enjoy the collective storytelling? No, I have been told that before, but not currently. I guess I don't need to be carrying so much junk now that most of the weapons are kind of where I want them. I scrap so much stuff, you can pretty much guarantee that I'm carrying at least 5 pounds of raw steel everywhere I go. It's a character flaw. Dickdoll. Never know when that could come in handy. Definitely recommend if you get a good group, you can tell stories in a way you get nowhere else. Played in a 3.5-year campaign. It was awesome. I may have to try sometime. My struggle is I run up into time constraints with my hobbies, which, you know, doesn't everybody. But, you know, just with like my narcolepsy and my chronic fatigue, I tend to sleep or at least be in bed about 12 to 13 hours a day. And I tend to go through kind of slump cycles during the day. So just when it comes to, like, I want to stream, I want to make YouTube videos, I want to work on my retro card collection and scanning to the Internet Archive and run my eBay store and play music, that just becomes one more thing to fit in there. I have video games, like, I so rarely game off stream. I have games that I've played for like 3 months and have 9 hours in. You can hook me up. I know you can, Maiko. I know you'd be happy to. Maybe I'll get the Shin Megami Tensei tabletop RPG. That'll be the compromise. I hear somebody thumping around over there. Thump, thump, thump. Where are you at? I didn't need to do all that for one super mutant.
Got it.
Got some mental health stuff, and it can be hard to balance life and hobbies with all that stuff, for sure. My my kind of focus right now is streaming and making content and trying to set up a content system that I can, you know, reliably treat as some sort of fulfilling activity that I enjoy that might also support me a little bit. So it tends to be what I think about from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. Still haven't found the bobblehead in here. Maybe... Bet it's up there in that Airstream. Hey, thank you very much, AJ. I appreciate it. And honestly, all the support is huge. Commenting on the VODs, showing up to streams when you can. Like, that is some of the most impactful thing you can do to support. So I really appreciate it.
Nice.
Tales of a Junktown jerky vendor. How to run a successful vendor stand. Okay, we'll lock in a little save. Where was the bed? Bed was this way. You're a storyteller. Oh, I really appreciate that. I have thought about if this channel ever gets to a pretty consistent point. I have thought about doing one that is like a reading channel. You know, like some people just listen to people read, like in the background, reading lore and reading stories and things like that. Just voiceover, basically. Come from a long line of successful shopkeepers, the vendor stands. Be cool, you've got a good voice for it too. Thank you. I would say the audio is the part of stream that I have spent the most time chasing down. I listened to my streams from like a year or 2 years ago, and I hate it. So that's why, like, I've been chasing down microphones and filters and compressors and tweaking. It's, I mean, honestly, in the modern content space, I think even with HD streaming and all of this stuff, I think audio continues to be the most important part. Because so many people are listening while they're doing other things. Video is a bonus. It's a nice thing. But I think the audio continues to be very, very important. Although conversely, when you're doing short form, I think being highly accessible to people watching on muted phones is important. So, like, all of my shorts that I post, I have captions that I refine by hand and things like that, because so many people scroll their phones on mute, or at least I do. I hate scrolling my phone with the sound on in public. I do not turn my phone sound on when I'm scrolling in public. So for that reason, when I'm making something meant to be consumed on a phone, like short form content, I always put captions on it. Watch back your older streams and it isn't too bad. I appreciate that. I have always had, sort of a bit of an ear for audio, going back to when I was playing music in high school and starting to learn sound design and things like that. I have a standard where if it's not good for me, if I don't enjoy listening to it, I'm not happy. Let's see, we got a parking garage, Fallon's department store, and West Roxbury Station. So that's going to be the parking garage. What is this? Bilton General Hospital. I don't think we need to be there. Audio is a game changer. It's the same with home theater. I have a friend that loves movies. He brings his sound system everywhere, so the audio is good. So my weird thing is I'm very self-conscious about other people hearing what I'm listening to. It's not anything weird. I just don't like feeling like other people can hear what I'm listening to. So my TV gets turned down very low. My music stays low. I would probably be one of those people who was really into home theater audio if it weren't for that. But as it stands, I'm very much a headphone person. I try to do everything pretty much with headphones. Like, these are Sennheiser open back studio monitors. They make the game sound super crisp and transparent, but they're also, for me, they're great for listening to music with because they have that transparency and separation where I can clearly pick out the different elements. Get a quick reload going. Perk of living in a house is worrying about that a little less. Yes. You were younger, you played Call of Duty, and played Call of Duty, you got headphones like that, would freak you out when you played zombies. I've loved it, especially in this run with the HUD off. It's really easy to get immersed in the sound design of this game, which I don't think enough people give Fallout 4 credit for its sound design. And all the little details and how cool it is. If you were me, you would shoot all the zombies. Fallout 4 zombie overhaul run incoming? Question mark. Really shows how much a bad story can wreck a game. Most of the rest of Fallout 4 is great, and you can tell they spent a lot of time on it. So my thesis with games like Fallout 4 and Skyrim, because I am also not an enjoyer of the role-playing and storytelling as much in Skyrim. I really believe that the way people cling to these games shows that there is such a special element to a sandbox open world that people will forgive almost anything if there is a sandbox that they can play around in that gives them enough opportunities to explore and supports user-modified content. There's also a little charm to the jank. Ooh. Hold on, I'm about to be surrounded. Until a flying car ends your permadeath run. Yes, but that charm is part of living in the world that people become so used to and enjoy so much. As long as the jank is consistent, then it's part of the experience.
Face me, you coward!
Probably directly above me. Who is there? There's a legendary master. The kind of person that songs will be sung about.
Here's playing tricks on me again.
For years and years. Gonna try to get ready for bed. Sounds good, Maiko. Thank you for hanging with us. Hope you can wind down successfully. Okay, so just gotta beware this legendary master. That's enhanced boxing glove. Honestly, I feel like he could have used that and really made something of it. Take these bottles. Okay, now to discover where the magazine hides. You go. %90 of legendary drops are terrible and usually the opposite of what you need in a run. I remember one of my very first stream series of this game. I beat the entire game on, I want to say, very hard with only a walking cane. And I did not come across a single legendary walking cane the entire run. And then the next run, I came across 3, like, immediately.
Bingo.
La Coiffe. I don't recall if I saw a bet in here. You'd think a department store would have a furniture department, yeah? Now, maybe I was just yapping and I wasn't paying attention. No, I was giving the people what they want. Come to think of it, I don't know if I've seen a super mutant sleep. I don't recall much of that part of the lore, if they sleep or not. Maybe beds are downstairs. I don't think I cleared the downstairs completely yet. This will be the bathrooms department. Would make sense if the FEV makes to where they need little to no sleep. Yeah, it's I mean, honestly, like biological needs of, I mean, I guess ghouls aren't FEV, but even the biological needs of ghouls are up in the air. Some Fallout games establish that they need to eat and drink. Others seem to indicate that they can go for very long periods without either, like years. But then again, sometimes indicate that that can lead to them turning feral, so it may be more of a psychological need. I don't know if anything has been established about super mutants and sleep. Okay, if you're watching this VOD or you're watching this video, I don't care if it's years from now and you're a Fallout lore expert, drop a comment. Tell me if super mutants sleep. Wounding bullpup scout rifle. Now that's an interesting proposition. It's essentially the same gun that I have, but it does 25 bleed damage per shot. I think I'm going to stay with the one that I have because the ability to go into Deadeye and land multiple hits very quickly is probably more important.
Sweet. What's that? No more hiding!
It occurs to me that I have become once again the Bethesda stealth archer. High investment in sneak, suppressed weapons, ninja, sneak attacks. It's like crabs. Everything always returns to stealth archer.
That's it.
I have had the thought that if I need to stealth boy my way across the entire glowing sea, it would probably be worth it to have picked up enough stealth boys. It's all stealth archer. Always has been. Pie, 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 pie. No pie will be had. Do not try again. We honor the will of the pie. Cash here?
Sweet.
Sure. 20mm rounds is probably what I needed out of that. So many furniture displays, not a single bed. I guess we can try the roof. Somebody might be camped out there. And I think the roof connects us to the parking garage anyways, which is somewhere we do need to go. But I'm just hoping if we go by the roof that we encounter a bed first. It wasn't here. Was it up one? Honestly, this would be a super cool settlement location. You know, if you could get survivors in here and kind of overhaul it. Very Dawn of the Dead. That seems like something I don't need to worry about right now. I like the cicada sounds added in. Now, if my memory serves, and this memory is definitely tainted by frost, but if it serves, there are beds in the parking garage. It's a little trick I just learned recently. If you come across a barred door and you're on the other side, you can toss a grenade at it and the grenade will pop the bar off. It doesn't work for chains, but it works for barred. Bed, here we go. And a magazine. Couldn't have been any more perfect. Is there even any, like, anything we need to do to these weapons still? I guess we could make this a little more powerful. We hardly ever use it, to be honest. I think the calibrated powerful works on the 12.7 because we get that increased critical damage, which takes effect when sneaking. All right, so from here... there's a Roxbury station we need to go to. Oh, okay, so it blows up whichever one you don't take. That's interesting. Oh, no, you never have to apologize for not chatting as much. You know, honestly, if there's people who come by the streams for, like, months or years on end and don't chat, it's totally alright with me. I don't believe in making it a responsibility of viewers to participate in their entertainment any particular way, which is not to throw shade at other streamers. I just, you know, I think it's entertainment. It should be on your terms, how you interact with it. Didn't realize you were in this parking garage. Yeah, we entered it through the exit. Hey, what's up, Purple? Good to see you. All right, so now we're looking for a West Roxbury station, which should be nearby. And I think that'll be our last Tumblers Today magazine. Is this the station? Kind of seems like it. Level 43. We need 46 for Rifleman. Let's go ahead and get Ninja for 3 times sneak attack. How's it going? Pretty well. We are, you know, we're in the final portion of this collector run. Very laid back and chilled streams. That's what I hope to be. 12 20mm rounds. As much as I would love to take those. Let's see. Last Tumblers today, maybe. Wonder if it's like inside the station. Hey, what's up, Commerkle? Good to see you. Hope you're feeling better today. 43 months is crazy. Thank you for being a supporter literally since the beginning. Since my very first stream. Always good to see you. What are we hunting for now? Tumblers today. We should now have in the vicinity of 100 magazines. And something like 18 bobbleheads. So we're in the, I will say, final 20%. Yeah, I'm doing great. I've been really pushing streams hard this week because this is my next video project. So I've been editing the streams I've already done during the week, like during the day, and then at night streaming more streams, and just trying to put it all together into one final project. So I think I'll plan for a release next weekend if everything goes well. I want to take a couple of days just for editing embellishments and stuff, and those will probably be the days we play Requiem at night. And what day do I get off? What's that kappa mean? You want to explain that kappa there? Sorry, my sarcasm detector doesn't work so good. Sounds like no days of rest to you. I think I'll have a couple of days where it's just light editing during the day and no stream next week. And I might set up a couple of toys with my, like my Raspberry Pi with my server and things like that. So I'll still be doing a little bit of work, but no streams. And then in the later part of the week, I'll be doing Resident Evil Requiem, which I'm not making videos or anything on. So that's just for fun and hanging out while live. Hey, Wheezy, welcome in. What are we collecting today? Right now, it's tumblers today. Apparently, Kenshi having a golden age of modding with Rikenshi. Yes, so Rikenshi is basically like script extender for Skyrim or Fallout 4. Or New Vegas, I suppose. So I haven't really played around with what can be done with Rikenshi with mods, but I've been using it for a couple of months now, and it is way more stable with fewer crashes, and also you can speed the game up to like 20 times instead of 5 times max. I love Requiem. I think so. I'm hearing great things. And of course, I've been spoiled on a couple of things, but I've mostly managed to stay away from too much information to get to play it for my first time. Yeah, so we're in West Roxbury Station looking for tumblers today right now. Is this door open? Is that what I'm doing here? No? Oh, maybe it's one of these. Oh, this is the one where you can move the trains. But I might need to flip a power supply on the other end. I think that's what that was for. Oh, okay, this one sends it that way. Gotcha. Alright, so what do we got? Muties, ghouls, ghoul mutants. Ooh, 44 Magnum rounds. Don't mind if I do. What I'm using currently is the 44 auto revolver. I saw this and I thought, Nick Valentine? Haven't touched Fallout 4 since the release of the London mod. I get that. So, if I were at Tumblr's today, where would I be? See, I couldn't be the person who places the magazines in Fallout 4 because every time I ask myself that question, the answer is in a toilet stall. Right? Because, I mean, somebody was taking it in there for reading material. I would be placing every magazine in a toilet stall. Gonna reinstall the GOG Game of the Year edition so you can tinker around with London. It's a big expansion. Really wish you had a gaming PC so you could play Fallout London and Fallout Chicago. Well, the good news with, like, New Vegas is you don't need a high-end PC. In fact, it only uses 2 gigabytes of RAM in the base game and 4 gigabytes if you patch it. So New Vegas isn't so bad. Fallout 4 isn't ridiculous, although some mods can really push it. But, you know, maybe when GPU prices and memory prices and everything comes down, maybe you'll be able to get you an entry-level one and start playing around with mods. I played Fallout 4 Frost on an old laptop with a 1660 Ti, and that was fine until I started to stream on it, and then it would get so hot that my fingers I could feel the burn through my keyboard. So that's when I bought my full PC for streaming. Maybe there are better magazines for toilet reading than lockpicking? Like Grognak, maybe? Honestly, I bet Astoundingly Awesome Tales is good toilet material.
Nice.
More 44 Magnum rounds. That's when you know you're a gamer, when you game so much you can feel the burn. Yeah, that's not a burn you're supposed to feel, though. Your GPU should not be 95 degrees. Here we go, tumblers today. Open any lock in 5 seconds flat. Yeah, I think that is our last tumblers today. As I've been editing, I've been going through and marking off what magazine is what, and I've just downloaded PNGs of all the magazine covers. So throughout the edits, I'll be able to cross them off and check off, you know, in the video, like, oh, this is when we collected the last tumblers today. Because right now, there's just no way for me to remember 122 magazines on my own. Yeah, I wonder if there's been any big videos made about the Fallout London DLC. I wonder if there's an opportunity there. Like, I know there have been, like, weapon showcases and stuff. Oh, some of you will like this new weapon I have. It's an anti-power armor rifle. I don't know if you're raiders or not. It weighs... How much does it weigh right now? 46.5 pounds. And each bullet weighs... 0.8 pounds. Would VATS tell us if they're raiders? Maybe. Ah, they're caravan. Yeah, I've been mostly playing without VATS. Hindsight, and it's a 20 millimeter. Yeah, you get it. I was gonna call it 2020, but then a chatter suggested hindsight. That's a good challenge. Yeah, so playing without the HUD and without VATS, like, you have to rely on visual identification and stuff a lot. I really like the immersion it creates. Okay, so the next place we're going to go is a little down south to Gunner Plaza. We'll probably get an opportunity to use the anti-power armor rifle there. Yes, Wheezy, I said that exact line when I named it. Okay, Okay, so Gunner Plaza should have both a magazine and a small guns bobblehead. Amazing that we've made it this far and not grabbed the small guns bobblehead. I'm going off course. The no HUD has made you appreciate enemy movement in this game a lot more. Yes, and even removing the hit marker. So you can't know necessarily when you've made a hit, or you have to watch for like the blood spatter or the enemy to stumble. All of that just increases the feeling of being in the world more. I don't know what that just was. Okay, I'll tell you what, though. We have an ad break on Twitch, and I skipped the last one, which means I kind of need to go to the bathroom. So, before we do Gunner Plaza, I'm going to go ahead, take a quick break. That way, if you're not subscribed on Twitch, you're not going to miss anything. And then I'll be back in just a moment. Some ads will play, and I'll play some ads on YouTube as well. Try to get all of them out of the way at the same time. I'll see you in just a moment.
Fast as fuck, boy. I'm no longer fast as fuck. I accelerated at a great pace in a negative direction. Your mother was from the royal family. She was a beautiful person. Nicest yo mama joke ever. Get out of that room. You didn't pay for that room. You don't have a key card. Okay. Is everybody in this room dead except for me? Cool. I can work with that. I bet this is a Thresher Maw. This is my surprised face.
Did my daddy give you a hard time?
That's your father?
No,
Used to be.
just her daddy.
I'm sorry, but he's a...
The mission's over. Guys, it still kind of looks apocalyptic out there. I don't know if I would... Or is that just sunlight? Is that just me being a gamer and not recognizing what sunlight looks like? Oh my god, it's the apocalypse. The world is over. Look how bright it is out here. How do you people live like this? Best loot is the hardest to get to. You know, I disagree, because sometimes the best loot is good company, and all you have to do is be a kind person. Somebody clip that. I can use that for my PR. Is being really sick sometimes gives you like revelations, you know what I mean? When you're like, wow, I took this thing for granted, or wow, I should have handled that differently. Mine was that I kind of feel like Oliver Swanek a little bit when I started to breathe again. You know, that character that wins the lottery in Fallout New Vegas? And you run into him and he's like, yeah, smell that air, breathe it in. And then everybody shoots him in the face and kills him on the spot. I think I might have judged Oliver too harshly, because I get it now. Because, yeah, smell that air. It's pretty great. So, you know, I'm sorry, Oliver, for all of the times that I have left you a headless corpse strewn on the ground outside of Nipton.
Okay, thank you for hanging out. Looks like we got the ad break out of the way. And we're ready to get back into it. Just in time to tackle Gunner's Plaza. Boy, this place is dark when I have 2 key lights in my face washing out my vision. Do I like Latin, or did ad noctem just sound cool or a reference to something? So, I started Ad Noctem Media as a YouTube channel shortly before COVID because I had been working full time, but I had some health issues. I was diagnosed with narcolepsy and delayed sleep phase syndrome, and I lost my job. I couldn't, I was sleeping, through phone calls trying to wake me up and alarms going off, and I just couldn't keep up with it. So I decided, I was very depressed. I decided to sort of reclaim my time and, well, if I can't work right now, I'm going to use the time to do the things that I enjoy that I put off. So like gaming videos, lore videos, things like that. Ad Noctem was because at the time between the narcolepsy and the delayed sleep phase syndrome, I would go to bed about 5 a.m., I would wake up about 5:30 p.m. And in the winter, that meant that I would frequently go a week or more without seeing sunlight. So it was just constant night. It was very depressing, caused all sorts of derealization and, very disorienting. It's not good for a human brain to see only nighttime for so long, but it was sort of a reference and an acceptance of where I was at that point, that I was going into it and taking advantage of the hours that I did have. Narcolepsy is actually real? Yes, it is. Hello, Biscuit. Yes, narcolepsy has two types, type 1 and type 2, and then there is a closely related sleep disorder called idiopathic hypersomnia, which is less studied and less well understood. What's that? Deconditioned? I mean, I definitely went through some deconditioning because of it. Yeah, it's funny because I don't feel as much like Ad Noctem anymore because with proper sleep medicine, like resetting my circadian rhythm, I'm in bed before 11 most nights. Do I still have it or is it in remission? I don't fall asleep during the day anymore. I used to fall asleep, like I would wake up, take a stimulant, 3 shots of espresso, 9 hours of sleep, still fall asleep at my desk. I don't do that anymore, but I do still sleep on average about 12 hours. So most nights I go to bed about 10:30 and I'm waking up for the last time about 10 or 11 a.m. and I get sleepy during the day. I need a nap some days, but it's not so uncontrollable or overwhelming anymore. I've sort of settled into like where right now it seems like it's the best it's going to get. What stage was the narcolepsy? It's just, it's a lifelong thing. Oh, thank you, AJ. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do. I don't try to make it a focal point of everything I do, but since I have a little bit of a platform, I do like to, I like to educate people about it a little bit. Okay, so we got a little 5.56 ammo. Oh, hello. Probably revenge bedtime procrastination. That is bad. I was bad about that, though. When you sleep 14 hours a day, you don't want to go to bed at 10 p.m. when you just woke up at 5 p.m., And that's, when your circadian rhythm is off, that's the kind of thing that happens. Hey, thank you, Commerkle. Enjoy your night. Hope you continue to feel better and enjoy the walk with Gemma. Always great to see you. Do I like to gamble? No. I like sure things, hedged bets, diversified portfolio. If I donate $100, will I go on stake and gamble? No. If you donate $100, I will say thank you and continue playing my Fallout. Okay, let's get into Gunner's Plaza. I don't necessarily love the weapon that I have, but I mean, for this scenario, it's a great weapon all the way around, but we'll see how close the quarters are. Like to watch non-gamblers gamble. Yeah, see, I have a content plan when I go live and make my videos, so I just stay in my lane. Which weapon is it? It is the Degenerate DAC Bullpup Scout Rifle, which is a Keltec M43 survival rifle prototype. Just saw a head. There it is. Is this game better than Skyrim? Objectively speaking, they're on a pretty similar level, but I like Apocalypse and guns more than I like dragons and magic, so it's just take your pick. It's a little more polished in some ways. I feel like the story is a little bit worse. Not a ton, but a little bit. Profile looks similar to the Bozar rifle that Mike Moore put out years ago. I do like the Bozar mod. And Bozar's a little of a heavier weapon, because I want to say the lore is in Fallout 2, the Bozar was a sniper rifle that accidentally was toggled to full auto. So when they brought it back in New Vegas, they made it a light machine gun. There are a lot of representation in the game. Are you going to avoid it if I tell you yes? A big fan of forced representation. That yes, it's got all kinds. It is so woke. It's gay all over the place. There's people whose skin has colors and various backgrounds. You definitely don't become part of the Fallout community. Ooga booga. People different from me. There's no pronoun selector, so you're probably safe past the main menu. Ooh, a quantum. Is that guy you shot gay? If it makes you unhappy, yes.
Who's there?
Well, it even has themes like what it means to be human and being judged for how you look. Scary stuff. You know what? I think in honor of this guy in chat, I'm going to install a pronoun mod for my next playthrough. Don't play New Vegas either. Bisexual people get bonus damage to everybody in New Vegas. Yeah, I get that you're trolling. I just haven't figured out what level of trolling you're doing yet. And let me just be mega woke here for a second. I'm gonna blow some people's minds. Just because you're gay doesn't mean that you can't also be toxic towards other LGBT and other groups. We have simply to look at the LGBT without the T community to see that. So if the levels of woke here are approaching critical for you and you need to find a safe place, I understand. Okay, I'm gonna be real because I got my content out of you already. If I can't figure out what kind of trolling you're doing and rectify it with fitting into my community in the next 2 chat messages, I'm just gonna hide you from the channel. Captain Wes. All right, if you're chilling now, then we'll chill. I'm good with that. See you. Incendiary automatic carbine. Oh, that's the 30 cal hide carbine I installed. Hey, you know what? I see an apology. I respect it. If you're being genuine, then it's totally cool. I get that sometimes, you know, you haven't felt out a community. Sometimes you're just doing a little trolling, making a little joke, but like, I don't mind. And to answer your question, no, I'm not gay myself. But I make it a pretty strong point to be a place where people don't feel like their identity is going to be challenged or threatened while they're hanging out here. So when things start to get uncomfortable in that regard, I just remove people pretty quickly. Is there really a game about getting a rim job in the sky, Skyrim or whatever? Yeah, there's even a DLC, the Mile Skyrim Club. Hope there's a cool mod weapon here. It's been fun to see the unique special weapons the mod authors made. Yes. Serenity has been my favorite so far, followed by the Grunt. I could have taken that shot. It feels like when you're in traffic and you're like, I could have cut that person off. But you know what? Everybody's happier if you don't. For all the shit Fallout 4 gets, it had amazing gameplay despite the story elements lacking. The gameplay was slightly above average tier for the time. I think it's just the sandbox aspect. And the fact that it's a kind of modular platform that you can slap things on top of. Yeah, I feel like the mod authors had to put a cool modded weapon here. But it's also possible I didn't download the gun mod they did that with. Cool, I can lock in a save. Love that for me. Feel like I've got to be getting close to the collectibles here. Doing survival? Yes. Which, to be honest, has really padded out the length of this run because I have to walk everywhere. And some of the quests, like, we haven't even done the glowing sea yet. That's going to be its own special kind of annoying. Oh, look at me, who forgot to record. You're from the Reddit thread? Which Reddit thread is that? Okay, so where would I find magazine and bobblehead? I'll let you know if I want the hint, Wheezy. I wanna try to find it on my own. So the key goes to a recording room. That makes me think that that could be a place where it's located. I don't know if it's just like one friend group that's trolling me today or what, but... Let me see, this is where we entered. Are any of these little offices, like, locked? That goes outside. What's this? Is this also outside? It's also outside. Why do I feel like I remember something being up here on this little, like, statue area? You know what? There's a full bed here. That wouldn't be... What do you mean it's a fake bed? Just got lied to, baited. Wait, that's a clipboard. Elevator. Now, let me check in here in case I haven't been, and then I'll check the elevator. The game has lots of fake beds. One place where it's especially bad is Libertalia. Going down. Oh. Maybe. Basement. You're a sergeant and you're carrying a Frommer stop? Oh. Okay, I think I'm gonna die. Let me see if I can do a Nuka Quantum real quick. I forgot to turn the volume back up. My clips were loud. That's not my quantum. What's up with that reload animation? I don't know why they pull the charging handle back like it's an MP5. I just hurt my... Oh, no, I got shot. Okay. Damn it. Nothing like a rifle through the face to get some health back. Maybe I should have taken the catwalk. Like the weapon was almost disassembled and just floating. Oh, that was when I used the quantum. For some reason, it did the animation with the weapon model instead of the quantum model. Welcome in, Kettlebell. There's a named NPC here.
Lock and load.
I love how the doors open both ways. Got scared for a second there when the flames came up. Yep. I was more worried about the guy just shooting me, but... Oh, what's that, Wheezy? A new Ko-fi donation. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't know what is up with the trolls today. Oh, you know what? It looks like they're not even they're not even showing up. Oh no, they are. Wheezy, thank you very much for the support. I appreciate you. I do keep the amounts not shown on screen if I set it up right. That is intentional, and any donation is appreciated. I'm still looking for a bobblehead and a magazine. I don't know what dude was talking about with Reddit. Looked it up because you were confused. Yeah, it's just, it's weird. It's kinda old school troll techniques. Like, it's nothing new, but it's just a weird confluence of them tonight. I really don't pay them much mind. Not sure why there are trolls. Oh, well, it doesn't matter what stream it is. Anywhere that they think they can get a little bit of attention, it's going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it's because I responded about the representation thing. And then someone was like, oh, we found the woke. Let's go troll. It happens. Do I cuss on my stream if the mood strikes? I really thought I was gonna come down here and find a magazine. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate that. That's just the type of environment that I want to have. I'll have to look at if there's a setting to just kind of make some of the mod stuff easier on the YouTube side, but the thing is, if you don't get riled up over it, I mean, what's what's gonna happen to you? What I ought to do is make it subscriber only chat, and then that way at least I get a subscriber out of the whole deal. Alright, I'm gonna see where this stuff is. Top floor lounge. Broadcast desk. Oh, maybe it was one of these little side areas I hadn't checked yet. So this will be like a writer's room, probably. Let's go ahead and get some full sleep while we're here. Yeah, these look like writer's rooms. Where would the broadcast room be? Wait. I'm getting DMC8 as we speak.
Sweet. Let's rock.
That was the Captain Wes I was hearing earlier. Night vision quad barrel missile launcher. That's what I need.
Bingo.
25% critical damage with the ballistic guns. If that applies to sneak attacks, that is a huge upgrade.
Nice.
Does apply to stealth attacks. That's what we want to hear. Alright, so that's the bobblehead, and it says that the magazine should be upstairs. I was probably closer to it and then ran farther away. that won't be it. I don't know why this particular building is not clicking with me in terms of layout. Oh, you're still alive. Amazing. Am I going to go on the roof? I don't know if I've seen roof access. Okay, so it's not going to be this. Wait, these look like stairs. You're looking for like a lounge area. Some tables, couches. Here it is. Guns and bullets. Like navigating RepCon HQ in New Vegas, no matter how many times you play that place, is a maze to you. You know, I think they've talked about how that was designed early on in the process of New Vegas, and how they would have gone back and made it a little less of a labyrinth. Had they had the experience they had when they were done making the game. All right, so we got everything here at Gunner's Plaza. Next thing for us to get is probably the Coast Guard Pier and Westing Estate. Oh, wait, let me see something. I'm gonna try something here. Been impressed with your general knowledge of the map layout. I've been playing this game since literally the day it came out. Alright, so you see the name here. Oop. There, my game now has pronouns and is woke. Or can I, maybe I can't accept it. There we go. We have pronouns. Ooh, and I got a level up. I'm gonna want... We'll get ninja. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. So much for that map knowledge. And just for the record, so that we're clear, I am using a guide to find where the collectibles are on the map. I am not just remembering all 122 of these off the top of my head. So if that's what's impressed you, be impressed no more. I am simply consulting the humble encyclopedia, but as far as like what is around places on the map, that I'm mostly remembering on my own. We want to go like this way. Is it sad that you know where most of the collectibles are from memory? I wouldn't say sad. Love the swampy environment in this area of the map. Yeah, it's really cool having different sorts of environments. Who might you be? Oh, you're a suicider. Bear or mutant hounds? Oh. Nice shooting, thank you, but it's a bit like fish in a barrel, isn't it?
Must have been. What's that?
Did I really go through all that 5.56 ammo? Yep. Well, this is why we bounce around different guns. Reach peak Bethesda stealth where you can just be right in front of something. Yep. The Egret Marina down there should, they probably have vendors. Hello. I don't like that. Remember, legendary sentries explode twice. One thing I had drilled into me watching Many a True Nerd do the You Only Live Once series. Literally gasped when you saw the sentry bot. I don't know why it wasn't activated. It was a legendary. Would have destroyed us. Watching the stream while slightly stoned as you locked in. I can't imagine how it is for you because I'm not stoned and I'm seeing figures move through these woods as I go. Like I'll see a branch that just happens to look a certain way and it looks like a person in my periphery. Okay, so we're gonna start with this Weston Wood, which is kind of like here. And we'll move down the coast a little. Bedtime for you. Have a good one, Fun Dragon. Thanks for hanging out with us. Like it's probably going to be this here. This is, I want to say Mirelurks. Signed catcher's mitt. I bet that's a quest item, but it's the kind of thing I would love to collect. Wow, I just tore its carapace off. Someone that doesn't talk on stream really likes me, or they admire Lurk. I believe by definition they would have to be.
Got it.
I feel like Mo probably wants all this stuff. Point 7. Another Unstoppables. Kamikaze versus Manta Man. Bowman, welcome in. Another fake bed. Thought the signed baseball glove and ball were at Jamaica Plain with the World Series bat. There's something at Jamaica Plain, but I don't remember. I mean, of course, the bat is there. I know there's a car that won, like, one of those derbies. There may be a World Series baseball as well, but that might be separate from the signed baseball. I don't know. All right, so I believe our next target is down the coast. Yeah, the Coast Guard Pier. I keep forgetting I have this as well, which has a scope and a silencer. Probably very useful. So, you are Rust Devils. Is that another sentry bot? No, I do not read comics at all. Just never really got into them. But I'm glad you got a run that you're excited for. We're already back up to 200 rounds of 5.56 now. A hunter's hunting rifle. A hunter must hunt. 50% more damage against animals. Only got into them about a year and a half ago. Can be hard to keep up with everything. Yeah. Which, I mean, is great because I always say if the opposite was true, it would suck. Like, imagine if there weren't a bunch of things for us to get into over time and enjoy. Like, if you just ran out of new things to experience. Be quite boring. Would be a great time for a thermal scope. Part of the fun of comics is embracing that there's 70 plus years of storytelling with some characters and to just hop into a run and have fun with it. Yeah, I could definitely see how it would be fun having, you know, like a consistent sort of world or character or something with different stories told about them. Oh, the dog took the bullet. always thought it was cool that you can see Diamond City glow in the distance. Alright, so remembering where this magazine is, it might be in evidence. Hurt me plenty. Does more damage the lower your health is. That's a custom cowboy carbine. Am I overcapacity for that? Cause yeah, I definitely want to take that. Pretty sweet legendary effect. It is. It's kind of like, I've never really played Fallout 76 for more than a couple of hours, but it's kind of like the bloodied builds you get in that game. Ah, there it is. Wow. Perfect position on that expert lock.
Bingo.
We have an astoundingly awesome Tails. The Starlit Sniper. Do plus 5% damage with scoped weapons. So, just for reference, like on the anti-power armor rifle, that's an extra almost 50 damage per shot. Alright, we're gonna sleep overnight. Time to cuddle a skeleton. You do anything for warmth out here. Alright, so then we have the Egret Tours Marina not far from here, and there's also a location on the other side of the bridge that has a magazine. Egret Tours will be nice because we should be able to get some trade going, get some ammunition perhaps. At least I think she's amenable to trade right from the start. Phyllis?
Kid, I don't know who you are, but you better clear out before I go haywire and blast you.
Blast you.
Whoa. Slow down. I just want to talk.
Right. You just strolled in out of the Commonwealth looking for synths to talk to.
Think you're a bit hungry? Ah, good catch, thank you. Oh, she isn't?
Calm down. Tell me what...
They've got something they used any second now. They might. One more now. Are you gonna get out?
I don't want any trouble. I'm leaving.
Glad to see you don't.
Uh-huh.
All right, I want to say the magazine is up here.
You came here to do and get the hell out of here. And stay out of my stuff.
Oh, there's a couple other places it could be.
Yes.
But say, who's making that racket? It's Phyllis. I should be nicer.
Sweet.
That one quantum was too much. One magazine you can't get without doing some quests for the Brotherhood of Steel. Yes. Not on the workbench. Find the magazine? I was in the right spot? I did not. Oh, here it is.
Excellent.
The bright side of radiation poisoning. Wasteland Survival Guide. Permanently heal plus 50% from irradiated packaged food and drink. That seems like a very niche perk. Alright, and then we got one over at the broadcast station, which I believe is that. How to get to the broadcast station. Never run into her before. I feel like you need to play this game and just explore. It's not a bad place for a settlement leading up to the glowing sea. Like, if you need a place to stop over and kind of rest up and resupply and stuff. I think there's one magazine I can't even get, until I get into the Institute. So I'll have to build the teleporter. Turned Egret into a Minutemen Coast Guard station in previous playthroughs. That's fun.
Mayday or whatever it is one says on a radio. My name is Rex Goodman. I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity.
There we go.
Live and love.
Plan on
Useless magazine for us. Companions permanently gain carry weight.
oh shit!
Okay, so
The mutants is coming. Help or
there's a big guns bobblehead in Vault 95.
is Rex Goodman. I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity Tower for the 10th time.
I don't think I've ever done this mission. Funny thing is, we even freed Rex. I guess he just hasn't found his way home. Yeah, so a bed would be great, and then we can do Vault 95. Have fun getting that one in 95, as long as I don't need a companion. Because 95 is where you go for Kate, right? And I think it's full of gunners. They might have assaultrons. I was gonna say, usually there's a brotherhood fight going on here. Or just like a little mattress. She's your favorite NPC companion? Mine might be Nick. What, are you gunners? Why are you shooting at me? That wasn't what I wanted at all. I just wanted a mattress. Met her voice actress at a con and she signed your copy of Fallout 4. Very cool. Probably got hurt from that a little. Probably didn't need to use my last purified water on that. No, those were Brotherhood. I don't know why they were shooting me. I hope I did not mess up and make a permanent enemy. Now, fun part is I know what's at this robotics park. I know too well. Favorite companion is Edie in New Vegas. You find him cute for some reason. I love Edie. was legendary. That was a risk. His battle music is great. Yes, it is. See, I did that hoping I could find a bed. Gave him a lobotomy by way of rectum. That seems like an inefficient path. Crazy that you just one-shot a legendary Deathclaw. Hindsight is an awesome weapon. Yeah, I think it's very comparable to a fully upgraded Gauss rifle. Which is to say very good. But also keep in mind, I have like almost every guns and bullets. So I've got bonus crit damage from that. I've got ninja. I've got bonus crit damage from, I think it counts as a small gun. It may count as a big gun. But it seems to be scaling with riflemen, which would say small gun. Except you don't have to charge that rifle. That's true. But you also have to reload it every shot. Which I know the Gauss rifle you have to charge, but you can fire it without that if you're in a pinch. Scrap Palace. It's kind of a waste not to have some type of bobblehead or something at Scrap Palace.
Got it.
Oh. Think I got him. Should we be sure? Stop hiding. So, I'm still not seeing a bed. Well, I guess technically I'm seeing a bed here, but I'm not able to get to it. The little camper's on its side. Go back to Egret Tours Marina and see if we can use the bed there. Don't think you will because the place is inhabited by mutants. We were talking about that earlier. If becoming a mutant means you no longer have to sleep. Or maybe they just don't use beds. But I can't recall if I've ever come across a sleeping mutant or not. All right, we slept out in the rain, we got an infection, but that's where we're going to close it here. We made good progress, maybe not quite as much as I hoped, but to be honest, I was really only going to try to hit like 3 more collectibles today, so very good progress. Saturday and Sunday, that's tomorrow and Sunday, will be Kenshi. And then I'm thinking I'll be back Monday to do more of the collector and probably finish up this run by Tuesday. Hey, Hopnol, how you doing? Super mutant beds are made from car frames with tires for softness. But no, there's no game mechanic for super mutant sleep. You know what? I have seen those before. Thank you for reminding me of that. Hope you're doing well. Sorry that we are just wrapping up, but it's been a good one. It's been a fun one. Thanks for being here and hanging out with me. And I look forward to seeing you for more Fallout 4 Collector soon. That's the wrong scene. All right, as usual, we're going to close YouTube first. YouTube, thank you for being here with us. Whether you were here live or you caught the VOD later, I appreciate you, and I hope you enjoyed this installment of Fallout 4 The Collector as much as I have. We look forward to seeing you again and maybe having you check out one of our videos or other stream playlists. But either way, until we catch you again, please do take